Hello, I'm Carol from Making Weight Loss Easy, and today I'd like to teach you how to make a very quick and easy rice and bean dish called kichari, Kichari. It comes from Indian cuisine, and it's very nourishing, easy to digest, easy to prepare, very tasty. Things you'll need: split mung beans, M-U-N-G, which you could get from an Indian store. If you've ever had bean sprouts in a Chinese restaurant, it's the same bean, only now it's dried, it's split in half, and it's skinned, making it easy to digest and concentrating the protein. Basmati rice, which you could get in an Indian store, grocery store, health food store. And three spices: turmeric powder, cumin seeds, coriander powder. Also, you'll need some salt and pepper, olive oil, water, or you could use organic ghee if you prefer to use that instead of the olive oil. So I like to figure a quarter of a cup of rice, a quarter of a cup of beans per person. It's good to soak them for a few hours before you rinse and cook them. It eliminates the phytates, which can cause inflammation or leach minerals out of your system. So take your soaked beans, rinse them. How you do that is you put water in the pot or bowl they're soaking in, swish it around with your hand a little bit, let the water out. Repeat that 3 times so you get rid of the cloudy water. Then take your Instant Pot, put it on saute, add your olive oil, add your cumin seeds when the oil starts to warm up. Let them start to roast. Add your turmeric powder and your coriander powder and saute that just a few seconds. It'll start to roast, get darker in color, emit a wonderful fragrance. And then you could add cut up onions, garlic, ginger, and let that saute till the onions are golden, stirring here and there so it doesn't stick. Then cancel. Add your rice and beans that have been washed and the water rinsed off. Add twice as much water as the rice and beans. So if you're cooking for two, let's say you have a cup of rice and beans, quarter of a cup of rice for each person, quarter of a cup of beans for each person. And then you would add 2 cups of water. So twice as much water as rice. Mix that in, add some salt and pepper. If you like, you could add some optional spices, like a couple of black cardamom pods, some cinnamon sticks, maybe a bay leaf or two. Stir it up. You have your salt and pepper added. Close it. Set it to vent, and then put it on your rice setting for 12 minutes. Once it's done and it beeps, let it go 10 more minutes before you release. Now, if you want to have a complete one-pot meal, before you close the pot, add some cut up vegetables as well. So you have rice and beans and vegetables all in one dish for a total cooking time of 30 minutes or slightly less. And you, of course, with an Instant Pot, once you close it and set it, you're done. You could do other things. If you're doing on stovetop, you follow the same procedure, except to add more water. Maybe start with 2.5 times as much water as rice and beans. Bring it to a boil, turn it down slightly, and there's going to be a foam that comes to the top, which you want to skim off. Once you've skimmed it off, turn it lower, like medium heat, cover it partly with a lid, and let it go. It could be 20 to 30 minutes, but you have to stir it periodically. And if it gets too dry, add a little bit of boiled water. So you make it more moist without stopping the cooking. If you're doing it in a pressure cooker, same kind of procedure, except I would use 3 times as much water as rice and beans. And then you bring it to a boil before you close the pressure cooker. And again, you skim off the foam, and then you close it, and you bring it to pressure and turn it to medium low. On my pressure cooker, it would be 7 minutes. It depends on your pressure cooker, your stove, how long you've soaked the rice and beans. So with a pressure cooker, you do have to do more experimenting. With an Instant Pot, if you follow it like that, It pretty much works every time. So those are the basics. Get your supplies in order and hearty appetite.